hottest topics today in infancy and childhood development. Today's headline is childhood obesity, which is running rampant throughout America's youth. In Ed 210's textbook, Charlotte J. Patterson states, despite parents' efforts to provide adequate diets for their children, problems related to nutrition are widespread in the United States today. In fact, the percentages of children ages 2 to 5 who are considered obese has risen from 6% in the 1980s to 13.9% in 2004. What is causing this growth, and what can be done? For more, we head to Tricia with a live report from Ed 210's classroom.
I am here inside Ed 210's classroom, where students have been learning about the causes of obesity and the effects that obesity can have on a child's physical and emotional well-being. Obesity, according to the Center for Disease Control, is defined as having an excess amount of body fat. This can be caused by a child's diet and lack of physical activity. Diets that include excess amounts of saturated fat, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, and fast foods which are processed, combined with not consuming enough fruits and vegetables, can lead to a childhood obesity. America has seen an increase in the use of these foods and a decrease in active children, which helps explain the rapid increase of childhood obesity. Alarmingly, only 29% of kids eat the recommended daily amount of fruits, and just 16% of kids eat the proper amount of vegetables per day. In fact, just 1 out of every 4 preschool-aged kid has what the U.S. Department of Agriculture deems as a good diet. Children who develop obesity are put in a greater risk for type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, bone and joint issues, and sleep apnea. To add to this, obesity can have a great impact on a child's psychological health. This includes being more susceptible to teasing, ridicule, and physically aggressive behavior, such as grabbing, poking, or pushing. Also, obese children can suffer from anxiety, become depressed, and be socially isolated. According to obesity.org, negative attitudes about these people begin to develop in children as young as 3. Children even associate negative personality characteristics to overweight people. Examples include being mean, stupid, lazy, and having few friends. All of these negative effects of childhood obesity are also very likely to continue on into adulthood. If nothing is done and no changes are made, we are sure to see a continued increase in childhood obesity.
For more about how to stop this increase in childhood obesity, we looked at obesity expert Dr. Noah Wolf. Welcome, Noah.
Thank you, Sean. It's good to be here.
So, Doctor, in your opinion, what is the number one thing that can be done to help get our youth back on track?
I think that the biggest step that needs to be taken is that our children need to be more active. We see our kids staying inside more, watching TV, playing video games, and being on the computer. Parents need to stress the importance of getting out and playing games, running around, and riding bikes and being kids.
So, Doctor, about how much physical activity should a child get per day? Is there a certain recommended amount?
Yeah, good question, Sean. Most doctors say that kids should get 60 minutes per day, but I think 60 minutes should be the bottom line. More physical activity, the better. Sometimes as simple as going to the park or the pool, jumping on a trampoline, or rollerblading are great fun ways kids can be active without seeming like a chore.
So what about kids' eating habits? We see that kids are eating a lot more junk food and a lot of foods that are higher in fats, saturated fats, and sugars. What are some things that could be done?
Kids should just make healthier choices like eating fruits and vegetables. But it's a lot easier said than done. Recent studies show eliminating the amount of junk food, sweets, fried foods can be difficult because kids tend to choose what they want to eat instead of what their parents are offering to eat.
So what's a good tip for parents to help their kids eat more healthy foods?
A good tip as a parents to fight is to tell the kids that they can eat what they have, but then in the long term they should have at least like one snack per day.
So are you saying that parents should tell their kids that they can eat as much fruits and vegetables as they want while putting a limit on the amount of junk food that should be eaten?
Correct.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea. Okay, Noah, last question for you. What about the cafeterias? A lot of parents can't control what their kids are eating at school, and how do we promote healthy eating habits at school?
Yeah, it's a good question, Sean. Schools need to be less concerned with the food cost, more concerned with food quality. Schools need to be better job in creating lunch menu that is more nutritious and less filled with the typical burger, your pizza, your tacos, your fried foods, cookies, and other junk food. If the health options are the only choice, this can create a better eating habit in the long term.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Wolf. Hopefully some parents heard what Tricia and what Dr. Wolf has to say, and they can help spread the word to help fight and prevent childhood obesity.
Thank you for having me on.